Jeffree Star. I feel like everyone has been talking about him because of the tweets that he sent out recently.
Yeah. So everyone kind of, you've heard of the Illuminati, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's all he said, she said. No one really knows.
Who came up with the name, you know?
That's a great question.
Like, I feel like all of a sudden it just like people were talking about it.
And like, why the triangle? I would love to know.
Why? And also, why is the triangle on the dollar bill? Like, do you ever wonder why?
Oh, I'm going to go down a rabbit hole on Reddit tonight.
Sometimes that's fun. Sometimes I go down weird rabbit holes, but then I scare myself. Like, do you ever go down a rabbit hole so deep with like weird conspiracy shit?
You don't know what's real anymore.
But then it's 3 a.m. and you're getting a little freaked out because you're like, am I being watched?
Yes, the answer is yes.
That's why I don't usually do it, but whatever. Anyways.
So he sent some tweets, and I really don't know what, pushed him to do. No, what pushed him to do this. He just randomly tweeted, "What a crazy effing year. I escaped the Illuminati in 2021 and they still haven't killed me. Every day I wake up grateful. In 2020, I was going to expose everything. In a matter of days, the Hollywood elite tried to ruin my entire career, villainize me, and flooded the news with lies to discredit me. If you guys only knew the truth about what they're doing to Britney and Kanye, anyone who challenges the system gets eliminated." And then he said, "I still have a soul. Can't say that about a lot of these demons I used to surround myself with." And then he tweeted back at a fan that tweeted at him saying, "You have no idea what you're talking about. It's 10 times worse than you can ever imagine. Just be thankful you're on the other side."
Yeah.
So like, that's kind of scary. What I think is interesting is that if you don't keep up with Jeffree Star, he sold his Hidden Hills mansion for $16.7 million and picked up and moved to Wyoming. He basically did a complete 180 lifestyle change. He now, raises alpacas and camels, and he's just living his best ranch life. Very wholesome. He has, 8 dogs, whatever. He's, really detached from the toxic LA lifestyle. But what's interesting is that who else moved to Wyoming a few years ago?
Kanye.
Correct. So it's like, why Wyoming? Why? Why Wyoming?
I think there's a reason why in Wyoming. I think also a lot of like the people in Hollywood have randomly buy ranches in Wyoming. I feel like recently.
But why?
Trying to get like land. I don't know.
But why? Like, what is it about Wyoming and celebrities? Like, it has to be connected. Like, if the Illuminati is real, what is it about Wyoming? Is it that's like untouchable soil? Like the Illuminati can't touch you?
That's where you run to?
Yeah. Like,
I don't know.
Why Wyoming? Is there something? I don't even know where Wyoming is. Can you name what's surrounding Wyoming? Because I can't.
Honestly,
pull up a map, Peter.
My favorite thing to do with you is play states and capitals.
Yeah, whatever.
Abby once thought that Michigan was in California.
No.
Yes.
No. Okay, Peter is actually pulling up a map. I would love to know where Wyoming is.
Middle America.
What's above it? Is that, I can't read.
Montana.
Who cares about Montana? What's below Wyoming?
Have
Colorado.
you not watched?
Oh, I like Colorado.
Have you not watched?
No. The answer is no.
Yellowstone?
Yellowstone.
No.
Montana.
No.
It makes it look
I thought Yellowstone was in Wyoming. No.
No.
Montana?
Yeah,
Wyoming is what's the really good place you can ski?
Colorado. Oh.
No. Jackson Hole. Isn't Jackson Hole Wyoming?
Uh,
I
that
think that's
sounds
like
right.
Yeah,
but I
I
think Yellowstone's in Wyoming. But regardless, I think it's sketchy
But I
that.
feel like so many famous people go to Jackson Hole in Wyoming, like all the time.
But why?
Because it's so
Skiing?
nice. It's like a really dope like ski resort, and it's beautiful.
What are you
This
Googling?
is Wyoming.
Okay,
Oh, nearest town, West Yellowstone, Montana. So it must be like kind
Bordered?
of between them. Yeah.
What is Jackson Hole?
No,
Oh,
Yellowstone.
Oh,
In
That's
case you're wondering.
confusing.
in case you're wondering, I just feel like it's like doesn't like Tom Brady have like a house in
Tom Brady?
like Jackson Hole or something?
Does he?
Yeah, like a bunch of celebrities go there. It's like dope.
So is Tom Brady in the Illuminati?
I don't know. I know limited information about the Illuminati, but I do think it's weird.
Right?
I do think the tweet is like random. I don't know why he put it out, but it is interesting because right after he put that out, it's like people were talking about how Kanye West and Britney Spears are both missing. People started speculating.
Are they still currently?
I don't know if they're still missing, but I know that people were like saying that Kanye died, and I think people are saying that was debunked, but I don't really know why it's debunked. Like no one's presenting any information. At least the last time I checked, things could have changed. By the time this episode airs, I'm sure
he'll be found.
They will both be safe and sound, but like as of right now, people are like freaking out that they cannot contact or locate either of them. I guess the last time Kanye was, I guess, seen or like heard publicly was on that podcast he was on a few weeks ago. So people are like, oh my God, he's missing. And then Jeffree Star tweeted that thing, and now people are freaking out and they're like, what's happening? Kind of.
Well, a piece of me is wondering, is Jeffree just doing this to stay relevant, you know, or is this a distraction?
Yeah, and then people are like, because he tweeted all that stuff, and half the people are like, dude, you're literally just saying all this shit to get attention. Some people were like, oh my God, I can't believe that happened to you. Like, I'm so glad that you got out of it. Like, shit, like what happened? I think a lot of people were like, wait, like if all this crazy shit happened, like why don't you tell us what? Like he was just tweeting like, this crazy stuff happened. I can't believe it. It's insane. Craziest year of my life. And then people were like, all right, well, what did happen then? And like, he won't say.
Yeah, I'm not saying.
So people were like, wait, like what happened? And then there's other people that are like, wait, but you still have half your face covered with like a red makeup palette, like in your photo. So
like profile picture?
Yes. So they're like, are you still in it? Because I guess that's like symbolism. I don't know.
I think once you're in it, you're in it for life.
In it for life. Interesting. I don't know.
I do, but it's like if you're really in the Illuminati, I feel like if they wanted to kill you,
they would,
and it wouldn't matter where you are.
That's true. I would think that.
Like, why is he not missing, but Kanye and Britney are?
I don't know.
Like, I feel like
have no idea.
Jeffree hasn't really done anything.
You know what's crazy though? Like the power of the internet. Like, haven't there been a lot of people recently that have gone on TikTok and falsely reported celebrities' deaths?
Oh, that's like the newest trend. Yeah.
I just feel like that is crazy to me. And I feel like now that like people know that that's a thing, people are probably going to stop believing it. But that is kind of scary and sad, because imagine like you're sitting there and all of a sudden everyone's like,
thinks you're
your
dead.
Family members calling you and like seeing if you're alive. And imagine like your mom saw that and like she'd be like, oh.
Right, because if you're like a true fan, or if you're their family member, friend, relative, whatever, you're not making it to the end of the video. If there's like a second where you think that someone you care about is dead, like you're going to exit the video and like go call someone or search the internet or something and have a panic attack.
Also just like kind of like a freaky thing to say about someone.
Yeah, I feel like you're like manifesting it.
Yeah, like why would you like saying that out loud? Like, oh, this person died. Like, why would you do that? I think that's kind of messed up. I don't know. Not loving it. Not loving the vibe.